Welcome to Inside the Real Job with me, your host, Yenfu Chen. Get ready to explore the world of diverse careers while fascinating stories await. We'll delve into the pros and cons while witnessing ever-evolving industries. Join me as we connect with individuals from all walks of life, unveiling their secrets and navigating the dynamic world of work. Let's embark on this journey into the realm of real jobs. Lachlan, we talked about the 4-year apprenticeship, 2 years for the advanced, then you become licensed. There's that path. And why don't you share your journey?
My journey started when I was at school. I never really enjoyed the textbook work, studying. My mother said to me, hey, we can obviously see that you're not enjoying school. Would you like to be a plumber? And at first I didn't know what a plumber was, just toilets and taps and whatnot. And then I actually went for a job interview and my old boss said to me, would you like to start full time? I went home and I was like, I don't even know what plumbing really is. Should I do that? And then I said, yep, all right, let's just do it. So I left school straight into a full-time apprenticeship. Worked at one company for about 6 or 7 years straight. Did my whole apprenticeship there and completed everything. And then I joined another company and did about 1.5 years there. From that point, I was comfortable enough to start my own business, which started in February this year, 2024. The name is Coverall Plumbing. We do everything because I have learnt different maintenance, construction, specialising in relining and all these different factors. I've actually able to be able to do a wide variety of works. So at the moment we have 2 boys and myself. We specialise in everything.
Amazing. Yeah. Obviously it's going well.
Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah,
every
nice
moment.
One. And did you just find that initial opportunity because you had a connection, or you saw it online, or you had a friend refer you to the company? My
mother was asking around what trades I should get into, and then she actually knew a friend that knew the boss of who I went and worked for. And so it was just through mutual friends. Then I got the job interview and then went straight into it. And it actually really helped me, to be honest, because I was working with older people and they were very strict and strong and very good at what they do. It was work, but it turned me into a man because they taught me the correct way just to approach certain situations.
Sure.
So it was work, but it was actually on a personal basis and helped me grow.
Yeah, amazing. Okay. And talking about, you said it sounded like you learned a lot from all these, older people around you. They obviously showed you the ropes. What about now, when you reflect, what are some of the key attributes or skills you need as a plumber? I think one of them you said you got to be able to interact and talk to people.
Yes, absolutely. It's problem solving, but it's more the communication with the client. Like you're entering into their home, and if they feel comfortable with you, it's better for everyone. So I complete the job, but at least the client's happy. That's the main thing, I believe. So we provide a service. So if the client's happy with the service plus getting along with you, I believe that's we need to do. Another factor is time management, because obviously you have a time schedule that we need to abide by or follow. We definitely need to time manage where we are located and how we attend. Keeping your truck clean and tidy too is a big factor, because you need to know where all your tools are, the materials are, and everything needs to be arranged so then you can provide a good service and quickly as well.
Okay. What does a stressful day look like? Is it like multiple jobs or a big job?
Yeah, so on a construction side, if a client needs a bathroom roughed in a certain amount of time before the renderers and the waterproofers attend, so it's time management obviously comes into that factor as well. So we need to prepare and be able to complete the job by a certain date. So the stressful times that occur are we only got 1 day to do a certain amount of work and we got to get it done, and obviously little things occur throughout the day which affect our time frame. That's part of the stress. We've got to keep moving, get into it. But in the maintenance side is, as example, a water leak, and to get the water back on for the family, it's just stressful because if dirt gets into your water line, it can affect all the tap flow because the dirt gets stuck in the filters on the tap,
right,
and they can create further damage. So you need to make sure that everything is done correctly to the standards for it to last long, because if you rush things, then it can affect other fixtures in the future.
Right. Like you mentioned the relining. I think you said that's quite new in the industry. What else do you think is coming in the future of the industry, and will a plumber's job change at all in the next 5 to 10 years?
I believe on a maintenance factor, it won't. The reason why is because we specialize in maintenance and everything has to be maintained. But I do believe in the future, possibly, is that they actually started to create houses in a factory, and then they actually drop ship them into place. So it can affect the plumbers on a construction basis. I don't know how far it will go, but it potentially could fluctuate, and then all the plumbers could be designing houses in factories and then actually drop shipping them into place. But it varies. I don't know how that will progress, but that could be a change. And then also a factor on the younger generation. Obviously everything's on mobile phones these days, so I feel that unfortunately some kids don't like to really get physical and dirty and actually work hard. They want to go on their phone, make money at home, and not really work too hard for it. So the plumbing rate of people actually getting their licenses is dropping because the commitment level isn't there. Don't get me wrong, there are people that want to get into it, but I do see a dropping rate in apprentices.
Okay. And do you know if the trade industry or plumbing industry is doing anything about that to try and attract more future plumbers?
Absolutely. So they're actually providing the apprenticeships for free now, as in to get your licensing. So they actually, I paid for my license to get it, but now the government's funding it instead of paying it out of your own pocket. They want more and more people involved because they want a lot more plumbers.
And is that like saying also in the future, if you decide to take an apprenticeship, you'll then get maybe more rebate from the government to help you pay them?
I think that'll stay at a certain basis, but it's more on they want people to get their license. So it's that little jump, commitment financially, plus the commitment level to get that can be stressful because if you can't lose a day of pay, you have to do night courses. And if you do night courses, obviously it's a bit harder. So they're pushing for people to complete their trades.
Do you think it will ever get to a stage where they reduce the apprenticeship time frame?
No, because there's so much we have to learn.
Yeah.
As in, all the Australian standards we have to remember and actually study. There's just a large scale, just a lot. Because some people probably think it's pretty easy, but there's so much going on behind the scenes that we have to learn.
Which makes sense, because as a consumer, you want to make sure your plumber is properly licensed and hasn't taken any shortcuts.
Exactly right, absolutely. Because it's the health and safety for everyone as well.
Totally.
So gas is very important. You've got to make sure there's no leaks. You've got to ensure that the water is working correctly and safely, because we're drinking every day. Everything needs to be done correctly.
That makes total sense.
Another thing that I can see more occurring within the next 5-10 years is actual females joining the industry and working. It's great because they get to communicate with the client on a different basis and actually enjoy the works, but there's a lot more females attending into the industry for sure, and it's great to see.
Yeah, awesome. What about technology that already comes into play that makes your life easier already as a plumber?
Yes. Back in the day, if they had blocked sewer, they would put an eel down it or something to try and clear it, but they never knew the location of where the blockage was occurring. But now they have CCTV camera and a location device which we can actually trace where all the sewer lines go, and we actually have certain tools that actually can locate where the copper is in the wall and where the water is, and it absolutely helps us tremendously in regards to finding the problem and then actually resolving that problem right then and there. It does cost a lot of money, but for working purposes, it helps us out for sure.
Is there any new tools to dig holes?
Yeah, an excavator.
Yeah.
But you definitely need to dig. That's part of the job.
There's no new tool yet where it'll dig itself.
Not yet.
Okay. Maybe in the future?
Yeah. Hopefully someone invents it. For sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And what are your final tips?
I recommend, if you're unsure or not enjoying school, Definitely go speak to a plumber, do trials and explore the trade. Even if it's not a plumber, go do an in-school apprenticeship, get a feel for all the different trades and what you like. For me, becoming a plumber has helped in my personal life as well, becoming a man and growing. I can say it comfortably now that if I didn't become a plumber, or I probably would have been in a bad way because I just wasn't lost. So absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
cool. Was there any time where you were like halfway through or you were like, oh, maybe I'll switch to becoming an electrician or anything?
No. That which is, it's very fortunate. I started, never really looked back.
That happened, you know? Can you switch different trades, get credit for, or do you have to start?
Start fresh.
Yeah,
in the
because
different,
it's so totally different.
Absolutely, but some people actually do. They do their plumbing license at a young age, and then they do their electrical license, and then they get both licenses. You'd like one
or
more,
the other.
and have to have different truck. Plumbers comfortably can say we have so much more equipment than any other trade.
Okay.
100% cameras, jackhammers, concrete saws, and then compared to friends that are sparkies and got bag and a couple of rolls of school stuff and cable ties. Another aspect of the reason why I love being a plumber is the surroundings of people who you work with. What we actually realise is you spend more time with the people you work with than your own family. So if you are comfortable and happy with the people you work with, you enjoy plumbing because it's very important to get along and communicate with the people you work with so you enjoy your job. And you're happy working, the clients can see that because if you're not liking it, unfortunately, people can sense it.
Yes.
But if you enjoy what you do and you love what you do, everything around works.
No, I get that. I think that's an important point where you said you got to show that you enjoy it because again, last thing you want is a customer going, well, this plumber doesn't look like they're enjoying their job. Are they going to do a good job for me?
Yeah. Yes, but if you love what you do, then everything just works. You enjoy the customer, you enjoy the works, you enjoy your boys that you work with, your boss, everyone gets along and it's just happy times.
Great. Lockie, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wow, I don't know about you, but when I was listening to Lockie, it really felt that plumbing changed his life and helped him grow up. He shared that how being surrounded by good role models guided him on a solid path, one he might not have taken otherwise. Lockie also highlighted how school isn't for everyone and encouraged young people to look into the in-school apprenticeships to find their fit and start their own careers early. For Lockie, plumbing has been a life changer. This year he even started his own business, Cover All Plumbing, putting everything he's learned into practice. Now he's taking on apprentices to pass on his knowledge and help others to find their way in the trade. I hope you enjoyed the conversations I had with Lockie, and remember, make today a good news day.